Bruno Fernandes makes decision on Manchester United exit as he's offered fresh exit route. Al Hilal were said to have tempted the 30-year-old with a lucrative proposal and were willing to offer big money to the Red Devils. The transfer, however, didn't go through after the player decided against it. 2 months ago, Fernandes said his family and Ruben Amorim convinced him to stay at Manchester United. At the weekend, Ebola reported Al Nassr have now come forward to take the midfielder away from Manchester United this summer. The Portugal international's compatriot, Jorge Jesus, is currently in charge of the Middle Eastern club. Cristiano Ronaldo is Al Nassr's captain, and they recently added João Felix to their squad. The Middle East club have tried to sign the Manchester United star, and Ojogo reports he's turned them down. Having already snubbed Al Hilal recently, the former sporting man has now rejected Al Nassr. The report says the star has decided to continue playing at Old Trafford. In this way, he again rules out a move away from Manchester United this summer. Fernandes has 2 years left on his contract, and the Premier League club have an option to extend that for another year. Manchester United target Benjamin Sesko has Alan Shearer backing after transfer. Rejection. Alan Shearer and Arsenal have differing opinions on RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko, who has been heavily linked with transfers to both Manchester United and Newcastle. Alan Shearer has backed Manchester United target Benjamin Sesko to succeed in the Premier League, despite Arsenal passing up the chance to buy the striker. Arsenal finally ended their search for a centre-forward last month by signing Victor Gyökeres for around 64 million. That was in spite of Mikel Arteta's long-term interest in RB Leipzig's Sesko, having tracked his progress in the Bundesliga over the past year. However, after holding initial discussions with the German club, Arsenal chiefs decided that any move for the 22-year-old would prove too costly for a player still developing his game. 3 major concerns were raised regarding a potential deal for Sesko: Leipzig's asking price, his high-wage demands, and doubts about his psychological readiness to lead Arsenal's attack, considering his age and lack of experience playing in England. While Arsenal deemed Sesko too risky a signing, Newcastle and the Red Devils have shown no such hesitation in their recent pursuit of the Slovenian international. Recent reports from Slovenia suggested Sesko was edging towards a move to Newcastle, but it appears he is still considering his options, with United yet to submit a formal offer. Newcastle hero Shearer expressed his confidence in Sesko's ability to succeed in the Premier League well before the side's interest in the forward became public. Speaking on Amazon Prime before Leipzig's Champions League meeting with Aston Villa, Shearer backed Sesko to thrive in the Premier League. After parallels were drawn between Sesko and Erling Haaland, Shearer commented, "He has the same frame. He is as quick as he is. He can certainly travel with the ball like he can. He is very good at scoring goals. He is very good at bringing people into the game. So I get the comparison. I like him a lot. I know he is very young. He is only 21 years of age, so he's got a lot of learning to do. But without doubt, there is a top-class footballer in there. I think it's only a matter of time before he's playing, maybe even in the Premier League." When asked if he has the skill set to make it in the Premier League, Shearer replied, "I do. I think it's a matter of who can afford him. There is no doubt that this football club has a history of making an absolute fortune on transfers, and this guy could be the next one to come into the Premier League, either foot, left or right, which is great to see. The work rate, the work off the ball, he's got all them things, and he's got very good technique, good balance, and I don't think there is a doubt in my mind that, and he would look very comfortable in the Premier League. I do think he has a lot to learn, but he can learn, no doubt." Shearer's stance has since softened slightly, having acknowledged that Sesko could be a risk, but still claiming it would represent good business for Newcastle to get a deal over the line. Shearer said on the latest episode of The Rest is Football, "If they can João Wissa and Sesko in, then that ultimately will be decent business. But you know he can do it in the Premier League, which adds up to a lot, and I know Sesko is a lot younger and it would be more of a gamble on him because you're going to have to pay a decent-sized fee for him. I saw him 2 or 3 times in the Champions League last season and there's definitely room for improvement." Yes, there's certainly a talent there, but there's a lot of improvement that can be made, and you're bringing in somebody that's unknown to the Premier League, and that's always going to be a bit of a risk. Newcastle were the first to make a move. For the striker,